Hey guys, it's Bryn, and I feel like I haven't talked to you guys in a while. November has been crazy with me attempting NaNoWriMo and not being entirely successful, but that's okay. I'm not gonna beat myself up over it, and I'm going to continue that project until it is published. So there's that. But um, going into 2018. I am going to be cutting down the amount of YA that I buy and consume. In general, chapter stacks. I'll actually link her video. It's a bit of an older video, but she actually went an entire year without reading YA, and I think that I love the Raven cycle way too much to cut YA out completely. And I also really love the Hunger Games series by Suzanne Collins. Yes, I know it has its flaws, but I love it. So that goes with everything. Everything has flaws. But I'm just genuinely not finding YA all that engaging, and for what it is, I find YA rather um expensive at times. Um Especially considering where I am in a place where I can get the newest YA novel at the library and not have to pay a cent to read it. So unless I really, really like the book, I'm always going to check it out of the library first, see if I like it before paying for it. Um, that also means that I'm going to stop getting owl crates. And hi mom. My mom just came home. Sorry guys. But that means I will be cutting out the owl crates and the fairy loots. I have two more owl crates to go, and then I that's it. I'm done. But I just spend so much money on books that are not engaging to me anymore, and it's a lot of space in my tiny house. Um, and it's a waste. Genuinely, with a lot of these YA books, this is going to sound harsh to a lot of you, but I feel like a lot of the YA that I sit down and I read is a waste of my time. Um, just because it's very repetitive, and you can argue that for a lot of books, but with YA, it's even more so, especially with the fantasy related YA novels, in my experience. Um, they're all very predictable, and I just don't think that they're worth my money when I can go to the library and read them for free. So that's something that I will be doing in 2018. And I don't mean this as an attack on YA or to belittle or demean readers of YA, because if you find YA fun to read, that's fine. But it's just not for me anymore. And I know I've said this a couple times over the past year, but I really genuinely mean it this time. I really want to to cut out YA. Um, with a few exceptions to that rule. I will read a YA if I can get it from the library, and if if I really feel like it's worth the money after reading it from the library. I will go out and purchase it eventually, but I want to make sure that I'm paying for things that I will actually go and read. But unfortunately, I'm outgrowing it, and I think that's perfectly normal. Within the past year, I've broadened my reading horizons. I'm reading nonfiction, which I never thought I would read. I bought Queen of Fashion, what Marie Antoinette wore to the Revolution, um, as a reference for a character that I had created at the time, um, who was very infatuated with Marie Antoinette. And I ended up really loving it and really loving Marie Antoinette. And I can't afford to pay for books that I am not going to read. And I think that's more than understandable. I want to find things that are worth my time. And also, I'm also really getting into horror. Thanks to Devin. I read The Graveyard Apartment by Mariko Koike. Mariko wrote this, The Graveyard Apartment. It's exactly what it sounds like. It's an apartment next to a graveyard. And I read it in a day and thought it was fantastic. And I read It by Stephen King. And I also read Mr. Mercedes, which was a detective story by Stephen King. I will be getting the rest of the series eventually. What else did I read in the horror genre? I read Dracula for the first time, with Devin and a bunch of other people, and love that. So that's a classic. I never found myself reaching for classics, but now I'm reading up on the Tudors and Henry VIII and Elizabeth I and the Six Wives of Henry, and I love it. I think it's fascinating and way worth the investment that I put into it, and I'm just not feeling that with YA, so hopefully you guys understand what I'm saying, but it's just, I think we all come to a point in our lives where we do grow out of YA. And that's me right now. But this video is getting really long and I'm beginning to talk in circles. So I'm gonna go, guys. Let me know your thoughts. If you would like to recommend me some YA to maybe change my mind, I'm all for it. I really feel like it's time to let it go. But I'll see you guys soon. Love you. Bye.